Well, here we are. A magnificent turnout of our law enforcement people, men and women. And son of a gun, guess what, with all the law enforcement here, there's a wonderful gathering of people from the community. Community and law enforcement coming together to share a bond. Armando would like that. Armando would say that's the way it ought to be in this world. I've been ordained for a little over 50 years. And it's the first time I've ever preached in pink. It's kind of neat, isn't it? I mean, the colorful, beautiful people sitting there. Pink is Armando's color for love. That's why he wanted everybody to share in his concept of love. As you can probably tell, from the way this has gone today, this has not been what we would call a traditional gathering of folks for a funeral service. Armando didn't want a traditional gathering. He wanted a joyful gathering. He wanted the most wonderful thing is that we're sitting in a room together, community, law enforcement, sharing common bonds. The bonds that hold us together. The bonds that Armando would say this is what it should be like every single day. The coming together in peace and in love to make the world a better place. As he did, make it a better place. Listen to a few of these words and tell me if it doesn't sound familiar about the young man that we miss so dearly right now. These are all words that I've heard about him. Love, we know for sure. Laughter, courage, oh, his smile, yes. Kindness, his ability to share his love with others. Life for Armando, everything he did was a new adventure. He got excited with everything, every new challenge. And then he took it on. He took it on with a smile. He took it on with courage. He lived life the way he wanted to live. His celebration of love with other people. He was wise beyond his years. I met Armando and his mother when I began pastoring a church in Fayetteville that they were members of. And I could tell, it didn't take me long to know that Armando was wise beyond his years. He was a fascinating guy, except when he got me a little irritating by asking me questions that I couldn't answer. I had an honor and a pleasure to perform his baptism. In my denomination, the Disciples of Christ, we dedicate infants, but we baptized basically teenagers usually, young people coming. And so I had and we dunk them. That's our methodology. They go all the way under the water. But what happened is when it came time for Armando's trip to the baptismal font, he happened to pick a day when the heater in the fountain went out in the baptism, but there was no heat in it. Those things can get cold, and so I had to give him the news that he was going to go and we're going to get him dunked because we were going to do it, and he wasn't quite as excited about the thing when he found that was the situation, and he said, "How cold?" Now he was about 12 years old at this time. He said, "How cold does that get down there?" Well, it gets pretty chilly. And he said, so I could see a little hesitation in him. And so to get through it, I simply said to him, I said, "Look, Armando, let's do this. Why don't you just pretend that you're in the River Jordan standing next to Jesus?" And he said, "Okay, that sounds pretty good." So we got in the font. And we had a wonderful time after that. He had so many things going for him. After his graduation from school, he went to the Georgia Military College. A lot of you know there. Got an associate's degree in business. Not surprisingly, he graduated cum laude of that class. And it wasn't too long after that he met a guy that changed his life. The guy is sitting up there, Victor Hill. Victor Hill made a speech that Armando could not get away from, and he became an officer. He was an officer not for that long. He became an officer in June of last year, finished his training in November of last year, and then had life snuffed out way too early for silly reasons. I don't know how you felt when you heard about that, but I heard not only sadness in my thoughts and prayers. I was angry. I don't know if any of you felt this, but I know I did. I felt if somebody had to get killed in this terrible, foolish accident, why did it have to be Armando? Yeah, I took together the other guy who did some very stupid things to make this happen was alive, and this fine, beautiful young man was dead. Sometimes God operates in ways that we cannot understand. But what I really want to say today is this is not so much, when I look at this gathering, what this is really about isn't just saying good things about him. I think why you're gathered together here today is to think about what this means for each one of us. Can we live a life of love that he did? Can we get rid of the hatred, the mistrust, all the other things that get in our way? See, he lived life. When I mentioned this in my prayer, but it was really true. He didn't just talk about love. He was love. He was love to people of all kinds. I think one of the phrases that you came up with was that he made other people. He had the ability to make other people love themselves. That's the kind of man he was. So I think a lot of things have been said already, but I think the message that we need to look at as we leave here, that message isn't just about Armando. It's about us. It's about, do we choose to make a difference? Do we choose to let go of some of the things that are getting in our way, to be the loving people that he would like to teach us to be, to care about each other, to form a bond that's real. No more them against us, no more this and that getting in the way. A loving bond, a loving, caring bond, a bond of support for each other. Armando will take care of himself in the household of God. And now it's our turn. It's our turn to go out and make a difference in this world. It's our turn to let go of some of the things that are destroying us right now and begin to act the way that God has given us the ability to seek forgiveness, to seek guidance, to bring to the table all those issues that enable us to say to other people, welcome friend, welcome brother, welcome sister, whether you're wearing a badge, a green shirt, or a pink shirt, or anything else. We are all part of the household of God. We are all part of the people of God to make life different, to make a difference in the lives of other people. And if we do that, or Armando's going to be looking down at us and saying, well done. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to tell you all along. That's what I was trying to show you. That there are ways that we can live the life of love and the life of compassion that I tried to live so hard. Can we do that? Can we leave here saying we got to stop the foolishness and we got to start to find the ways and show the courage to be the people of love and God that God calls us to be. As we leave here today, remember one thing. Nothing, in the words of Paul, nothing can separate us from the love of God. Do you believe that? Do you believe not famine, feast, anything, nothing can separate us. And if nothing can separate us from the love of God, nothing should be able to separate us from each other. Let's go out here with love. Let's go out here and say, we're going to make a difference. We're going to go out here and we're going to take chances that we didn't think we could take at one time. to let the world know that we are the people of God and the people of love and the people of caring. And if we do that, and do that with the sincerity and love of Armando, then Armando will continue to look down on us all and say, well done, friends. Well done. Keep going. Go out there and make a difference. Amen.